Good morning, 9 a.m., March 12th, 2024 on a Tuesday. Got just a few short, quick things to get through to. And there's an audio confirmation. Unmute desktop audio so SpeakerBot can be heard. And when SpeakerBot messages appear in chat, I gotta go disable that. In channel comments, I have nothing on the haven't responded side, but helpful review. I have Frosty Winnipeg says, unable to chat, but Lawn Dog might remember me. Greg M does and will vouch. Well, currently the criteria for getting approved is just that your channel's been around for a while, because the troll that I'm having so much trouble with, he creates new accounts. He doesn't create new old accounts. So if your account's been around for a while, it's an easy approval process. I just disabled the SpeakerBot from repeating. So Frosty Winnipeg, you get approved with this check mark. That approves this message. Then I go back to the publish side, haven't responded. Then here, unable to chat. All right, so I go to the three-dot menu and always approve comments from this user. That's what makes you an approved user. I will reply to Frosty Winnipeg with a timestamp unless Frosty Winnipeg participates in today's chat. If you're watching, you should be able to participate right now. Tim Cruz with another channel name. Well, actually, no, that just might be his @ symbol. I know I can show his channel. Yeah, that's the Tim Out of This World channel, because the way the comments show up here, it doesn't show up as the chat room friendly name. It's a short, sweet, to the point for how to fix fake infection message. That was a slam dunk video, so I'll give him a thumbs up and a heart. I'm not going to respond with a timestamp because he's usually watches. And yeah, he is here under a different channel name. See how that goes. Let's see if I have, yeah, I do have a flag message today. And this one is from Tim's buddy, Bobby Warren. Let's see if there's any exposed email address. No. He sent an email saying, I got this message. Now, this red part is Gmail giving this to me. I don't think he saw this. This message seems dangerous. Similar message will use to steal people's personal information. And that warning came because of the content of Bobby's message, which is this photo of a scam that many people in the chat room probably have seen. I'd like to know, in the chat room, just give me a number 8 if you have received this USPS. This is not UPS, this is USPS, Postal Service. Package has arrived at the warehouse, cannot be delivered due to incomplete address information. Please confirm your address in the link within 12 hours. They want you to click this link. This is not United States Postal Service. The top level domain is TOP instead of COM.
Yes, affirmative.
Yeah, I'm seeing people saying yes. I see an 8. I see a yes, affirmative from Gray Wolf. Nick Poverman many times. Greg M says, not me since I'm in Canada. Similar kind of post scams though. So yeah, now there's USSP. They're trying to use some of the same letters, but PAQJ, not even clever, right? But they're getting enough suckers, enough people fall for this that they still use it. I want you to reply yes, and then exit the SMS, open the SMS activation link again, or copy the link to Safari browser and open in order to become a scam victim. U.S. Postal Team wishes you a wonderful day, but not the scammer, because the scammer doesn't wish you a wonderful day. They want you to have a very, very bad day. It is our job to talk to normals about this stuff, so they're aware of it when they get hit with it. Checking, so let's see, Kerry Holzman has a show scheduled, so I have a redirect set up for him. Here's probably, yeah, look, is this Mara down here? I don't know. Can't quite tell from that. Is she marking her thumbnails? Live Terra Master F4 424 4-bay NAS unboxing review and tutorial.
Yes, affirmative.
And he says yes. So I'm guessing that is Mara's what he's referring to, because that's what the exclamation mark Y is for, is to respond yes to what I just said. So I'm going to take that's what he's saying. I do not use
yes, affirmative.
These things. Tim says yes also. These NAS, I don't use NAS because I store everything in cloud and on backup drives. What I put on the backup drives, well, not even backup drives. I store some things on external drives. If I lose them, I'm not too worried about it, because my old videos, frankly, I don't think I've ever gone back to try to retrieve something from them. So I'm just not worried about it. But for those of you who like these NAS units, there you go. Do I have anything else? Let's see if I have anything else flagged over here. Otherwise, we're going to go to the chat room. If you have any questions in the chat room, please speak up early, not towards the end. And let's see, that was from yesterday. So we already looked at that. All right, pop out chat. Let's see if there's any fuel for conversation here. Zoom that in a little bit. Scroll to the top. Nick Pover. Oh, Nick, you got to laugh out loud for me on this one. Well done. I read this before showtime. I got myself an emotional support pet. It's a chicken. It came with coleslaw and a biscuit. I love that. Classic intro. That was the Bobby Warren. Bobby McFerrin. See, it even sounds the same. Bobby Warren, Bobby McFerrin. Tim Cruz, I'm going to make it for today's show. Let's go. Yeah. Don't worry, be happy. That was I love that. When I first came across that, I just totally fell for that song, hook, line, and sinker, however many decades ago that was. John Williams says the headaches are totally gone. Pays to have a good doctor. Awesome, John. So glad to hear that. And Alice says hello to everyone. I'm not reading everything out loud. I will watch this after Sylvia finishes. Normals know Sylvia as Hexona. Now, when I say normal in that vein, I'm meaning people who watch her show. Sylvia is the actual actress's name who plays Hexona. Not actress, that's just her, that's her Twitch name. Rick Lakes, hello, Selden Ball with weather. I've got rain here today. So I immediately went and checked to see if my rain damage detector was showing positive. My rain damage detector is hand cloths, small white towels that I have jammed into the door jamb between my balcony doors because they don't seal quite right. And if the rain is coming in hard enough coming in at a slant, hitting that door, it comes in through the crack between the doors, soaks down through my upstairs roof and down through the ceiling of my kitchen. And the way I discovered this originally is one day after a heavy rain, my kitchen floor was wet. Took me a while to figure it out. I thought, is this the dishwasher? Well, at that point in time, my dishwasher was non-op, wasn't functional. So I eventually traced it back to water dripping down the wall. It's up in the ceiling. Didn't realize, oh, that's underneath the balcony doors. Aye. Speakerbot messages. Greg M. Yep, I know. Frosty Winnipeg. Very good. And I don't think he's shown up yet in today's chat. Lawn Dog, same here, Doug. I remember that name. Tim, I was wondering if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, Bud. Bud, is it? Channel activity. Go to channel. Is it this channel that you're asking for? There's a subscribe. There's a subscribe button. There you go. There you go. Be careful what you ask for. You just might get it during a live stream. Hello, Zvi Menor. Rick Lakes to Nick Poverman, 60 degrees in central Minnesota, where my oldest brother lives, in Duluth, Minnesota. There's people saying yes to that USPS scam. And Greg, I'm not in Canada. Daniel, can't imagine looking for a job these days. I tend to view every message as a phishing attempt. Yeah, I mean, how do legitimate companies get messages through us? Now, I had a call from a client yesterday. No, not really a call yesterday. She called on Saturday, left a message, and I missed it. No, that's not true. I did call her back after the Saturday show, but I got her voicemail. So I left a message on her home phone and her cell phone. And she did not return my call. So yesterday I called again for her and got through to her. And turns out what happened was that she got somebody connected to her computer. And she had to go close all her bank accounts, all her credit cards, because they were connected to her computer, did a lot of things before she stopped it. Now, it turns out her daughter was there at the time, and her daughter works for I'm not going to say what entity, but she works for an entity that investigates online fraud. So that daughter helped her get clear of it and get recovered from it. I don't know if she actually suffered any financial loss. But anyway, she told to me what her current understanding is about what she should do is don't respond to anything or call anything from an entity that she doesn't know. And I said, that's not quite good enough. Even if you received a text message from an entity that you know, you should not call the phone number that's in that message. You, being a normal, I didn't say include that phrase, but you being a normal, you should go look up the phone number for that company and call them. Don't call from the number that comes to you in the message. Now, these days, the people in the tech community know that you can find evidence within the message, whether that's legitimately from the company that it claims to be or not. But they're going to get better. The scammers are going to keep going to get better. They're not putting very much effort into it these days. They can get a lot better than what they are. They might never get to the point that technicians can't detect the fake from within the body of the message itself, or the message itself, I should say, not just the body. But for a normal, I'm telling them, go look up the number and you call the company from the number you looked up. Don't call from any number that comes to you by email or text message that claims to be from that company, because they don't know well enough what to check for in the message. That's what I'm telling normals these days. Nick Poverman, how about the new Facebook scam claiming you make stuff and asking people to direct message you so they can get your information? I know people who got their ID stolen this way. Claiming you make stuff, claiming they make stuff, I think what's what you're saying. Claiming I make stuff, asking me to DM them. Not quite sure I understand. But still, they're just asking you to direct message them. I would also be careful about that. And what do we mean by direct message? If we mean an email, that could get you on their list. I use an as to play media with my Plex server, and I don't do that. So that would not be a reason for me either. Alice, I am looking on how to do a startup sound on Windows 10 like you could do on XP or Windows 7. Well, I've never looked for that. I'm going to come down here to the sound icon in the bottom right corner. I'll turn off my picture-in-picture message, as Dennis would always remind me to do. Then sound settings. And this is Windows 11. I think Alice is on Windows 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Read chat, please.
Read chat, please, from Selden Ball. I'm looking over. Alice, startup sound can be enabled, but okay, let's go show that over here. He's letting me know that he already put something in. Startup sound can be enabled, but getting a shutdown sound is more complicated. See, for example. Yeah, my recollection in prior versions is you could go down the list of different actions and choose what sound would play. So let's see what this is showing us. How to play the shutdown sound in Windows 10. Older Windows versions were able to play a startup sound, a separate logon sound. A sound could also be played when Windows logs off or shuts down. The user could sign. Starting with Windows 8, those sounds have been eliminated almost entirely. Oh, really? Why Windows 10 doesn't do the sound? Enable startup sound in Windows. Comes with a fast startup hybrid boot feature. Logs you out, hibernate, resumes from hibernate, different from booting from a full shutdown. How to play logon sound Windows, shutdown event, task scheduler. Oh, they're using event viewer to find the event ID or search the event ID we need has 1074. User initiated a shutdown. So they're going to say in task scheduler is when event 1074 occurs, task scheduled to play a sound. Interesting. Yeah, that seems like a lot of hoops to jump through. Thank you for that shortcut and for directing my attention to that, Selden, rather than me go chasing it down. Yay, SpeakerBot. Did you hear what's going on TikTok? No. Rick Alice changed his channel name, I think. Oh, Tim Tech Official. Yeah, he changes his channel. And this one for TikTok, is he telling us what's going on?
At this point, we all know that TikTok removed a bajillion sounds because of their contract.
Come on, stop that. TikTok, removing sound. That's what's going on with TikTok. Yeah, I care about that. Not. Did you notify about the change of broadcast time? Yesterday I missed an hour. No, I didn't. And somebody put in a chat message at the end of yesterday's show, and I sent them an email letting him know. And Zavi got a laugh out of that. Yeah. Anybody who is in a time zone that does not observe daylight savings time, my show is now at a different time for them. It's an hour earlier to them. Although I don't change the time from my point of view, but since we observe daylight savings time here, that's the difference. I'm not going to play that video over my live stream because I don't know whether there might be copyright issues. I'll watch it later so other people can go play that on their own. Startup sound can be enabled, but getting a shutdown sound is more complicated. Oh, so startup sound, you can simply enable it. What was she asking? She was asking for startup sound. So perhaps that was easier based upon your instructions. Hello, John Williams and Ryan Israel. Unlike us, Doug is already in daylight savings time. Oh, that's another piece. It's not just other time zones. It's not accurate to say other time zones that don't observe daylight savings times, because there are time zones that observe daylight savings time, but they don't change at the same time that we do here. So I think some people might experience 1 week worth or 2 week worth of my show happening earlier than they're accustomed to. And the way Rand is saying this, unlike us, Doug is already in daylight savings time. So that gives me the impression that in Israel, they are going to observe daylight savings time. They just haven't got there yet. Was this the Amazon scammer she let on her computer? What was it? No, I think it was McAfee. It was a little difficult to...
Yes, affirmative.
Thank you, Rand. It was a little difficult. Rand is affirming that in a week or two they're going to be on daylight savings time. She was talking about McAfee. She said that something about her McAfee being expired, and she called her other her son, it was the daughter that was involved in investigating scams. The son says, yeah, we've been paying for McAfee for you, but I think I probably uninstalled that for her because I'm not a fan of having McAfee, and she was having troubles. And I think she's actually on a Mac. I think she's on an iMac. But McAfee scams, I mean, wow, that's all over the place, right? I think it was probably McAfee that she fell for. Ran and Israel, Ran and Zvi talking to each other in Hebrew, right? Right? Give me an exclamation mark. Why? Is that Hebrew? Let's see, people saying thanks. Alice, Tim, you're welcome. Alice, thanks. Some countries are not till the end. Yeah,
yes, affirmative.
Thank you, Zvi.
Read chat, please.
And read chat from Ran. I am reading chat. What? For Klingon? What? Some countries are not till the end of March. Easter Sunday. Oh, okay. I recall there are some
yes,
years.
Affirmative.
I remember some years that we have daylight savings time on Easter, but Easter can be different, can occur at different times, sometimes in April, sometimes in March. So Dennis was saying that it has something to do with, I don't know, equinox, something or other, some phase of whatever. It's got to be position of the Earth around the sun, right? I almost said the position of the sun around the Earth. I would have been nailed for that. Oh, here's Dennis. Sylvie's done. I'm back watching from the beginning. So he's not hearing that conversation right now. Klingon. Klingon. So he said, read chat. Oh, I think he was saying read chat for this message. Yeah, this wasn't, SpeakerBot didn't pronounce this word because exclamation mark C, SpeakerBot will just tell me to read chat. And that's the main intention for that is so if you put in a long message prior, we don't have to wait for SpeakerBot to read it through. But this is okay too. It's okay to do that. It's just SpeakerBot won't read that. So here he made SpeakerBot read that. Klingon. Oh, I see. It wasn't Hebrew. It was Klingon. Oh, I stand corrected. Yeah, right. I think I'm done. Well, you know what I could go do is look deeper at that sounds. Oh, so here's an ad. I have my ad blocker currently. I have to activate it for a particular page. So I have it off until advertisements get really nuisance. So now I turn that on, and now ad blocker is active for this page, for this website. How to play shutdown. We want startup. I'm going to do Control F, startup. And click to the next instance. As part of speeding this, we experiment a lot with the processes and control of startup and shutdown settings. Go to the next occurrence. It didn't scroll to it. Startup sound remained to Windows 10, but is disabled by default. Okay, Tim says, may I have a link to the ads blocker, please? That would be the ads blocker I'm using is uBlock Origin. All right, so uBlock Origin, and here's ublockorigin.com. I'll click on that and then copy that and then put that into chat if somebody didn't already beat me to it. uBlock Origin or Gen. I don't know if I spelled it right. Yeah, I did. There it is. Then get back to startup sound remain disabled. Enable startup sound. So click on this. Now, Alice, you may have already seen this, but I'm just going to look at it because I have time to kill. I just finished playing Fortnite. So yeah, I'm in a killing mode, right? Click here to fix Windows issues. No. Classic control panel. Hardware and sound, sound adjust. Then you go in here. Oh yeah, this is the old style way. Sounds, and then go to in this list of program events, you would scroll down to Startup Sounds, which I didn't see it there. Oh, just a check mark to play Windows Startup Sounds. So Windows key R, Control Panel. Now I'm doing this in Windows 11. Well, it said Classic Control Panel, so that's available. Well, is it though? So anyway, Sound. And then go to Sounds. And then right here. So I already have the Windows Startup Sound playing. Just that checkbox right there. Yes, indeedy. Alrighty, almighty. I found a registry mod to restore the missing shutdown and startup sound events, but it still didn't play assigned sounds. He says, thank you. Nick Poverman's got something here for uBlock. Rest in peace, uBlock Origin, really? Proceeds with plans to shake up. Let's see how many ads I get in here. Google proceeds with plan to shake up Chrome extensions. Company is slated for phase out older Manifest v2 Chrome extensions, meaning into existing version of uBlock Origin, meaning once they implement this block for uBlock Origin, uBlock Origin will find some way around it, probably. As you saw, I leave the ads on until they get really obnoxious. And tech channels or tech websites, they are the worst. What was it? I think, am I going to remember it? Anyway, tech web pages, they are the worst with obnoxious advertisements, and I wind up blocking. How stupid can that be for a tech channel to be overzealous with their advertisements when they know the people that are going to be looking at their websites are techs? That just doesn't make sense to me. Why the authors of those websites would be so dense and stupid about that. Did I just call somebody stupid on my channel? Yes, I did, but it's not an audience member, so there. Selden, sorry, I use NoScript, so I was unaware of the ads. NoScript isn't an ad blocker per se. It's even more restrictive, but only in a browser. Okay, Ken Stout always ends his show when he does an English faux pas. So that's mine. Only in a browser. A blouse? All right, I got a redirect set for Kerry Holzman. Have a great Tuesday, everybody. Catch you later. Goodbye.